Hello and welcome to South Dakota State Volleyball here on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube. I'm Zac Spear filling in for the usual voice for Raiders Athletics, Gage Ravellette. He was here yesterday for the first matchup of the Raiders here. Game was supposed to start at 12:45, a little bit behind, but not too much. We've got 18 minutes on the clock before this match is to be underway. Coming into this one, the Gayville-Volin Raiders at 29-5 and the Coleman-Egan Hawks at 24-6. A big thank you to all of our sponsors here for the Raiders in state volleyball. Those sponsors include the Hayshed, Flatlanders, Valley Ag Supply, Gayville and Spink, Toby's Lounge, Jaeger Diesel, JR's Oasis, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion, Poet Biorefining, TLC Propane, the Clubhouse Grill, Morningside Event Center, and Kaiser Heating and Cooling. And also a big shout out and thank you to South Dakota Public Broadcasting, who has allowed us to stream the Gayville-Volin Raiders here in state. Again, they'll be taking on the number 7 seeded Coleman-Egan Hawks, Gayville-Volin as the number 6 seed. For complete coverage, updated scores, brackets, stats, and photos of the high school volleyball championships, visit sdpb.org/volleyball. All the matches will be streamed live at sdpb.org and SDPB YouTube. The third and fourth place matches and championship matches for all three classes will be broadcast live on television, with Class A on SDPB1, Class AA on SDPB2, and Class B on SDPB3. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. So we are headed towards the second round of matches on the day, as 11 o'clock was the first round. Here in Class B action, number 4 seeded Kadoka area played number 8 seeded Castlewood. The 8 seed came out with the victory. They won 3-0. And so they'll be in the Consolation Championship. The winner of this upcoming match will take on Castlewood. The loser of this match will then take on Kadoka area in the 7th place game. In overall Class B state tournament action, Castlewood took on number 1 ranked and dominant Chester area. They lost 3-0. Kadoka area lost to number 5 seeded Burke 3-0. In a tight one, number 2 Warner edged number 7 Coleman-Egan. It was 3-2. And then in the final match of the night, the number 6 seeded Gayville-Volin Raiders fell to the number 3 seeded Hitchcock-Tulare team. Again, Castlewood defeated Kadoka area 3-0. They're headed to the Consolation Championship. That will be tomorrow. For Gayville-Volin, they take on Coleman-Egan. Winner of this match will head into the Consolation Championship. And on the flip side, trying to make their way towards the championship game, a match slated for 5 o'clock. Number 1 seeded Chester area will take on number 5 seeded Burke. And then number 2 and number 3 seeds Warner and Hitchcock-Tulare will take off at 6:45. So some really good volleyball on the way. Of course, there's also double A and single A action. We'll also go over the results here. Yesterday in Class A action, the number 1 seeded Miller fell to the number 8 seed Sioux Falls Christian. 3-0 was the final match score in a big upset, the 8 seed defeating the 1 seed. Then the number 4 seeded Dakota Valley beat Mount Vernon Plankinton 3-1. On the flip side, number 2 seeded Hamlin defeated number 7 Sioux Valley 3-1. And in the final game for Class A last night, number 3 seeded Del Rapids defeated number 6 seeded Winner 3-0. On the consolation bracket side, number 1 seeded Miller took on number 5 seeded Mount Vernon Plankinton. Miller defeated Mount Vernon Plankinton 3-1. And coming up at the same time, here's this Gayville-Volin Egan Coleman match will be number 6 and number 7 seeds Winner and Sioux Valley. On the championship side of the bracket in the semifinals, the number 8 seeded Sioux Falls Christian team will take on number 4 seeded Dakota Valley. That's at 5. And then numbers 2 and 3 seeds Hamlin and Del Rapids at 6:45. All the way over to double A action. Yesterday, number 1 seeded Harrisburg won 3-0 over Aberdeen Central. Aberdeen Central comes in listed as the 9 seed. Then O'Gorman against Watertown. O'Gorman the 4 seed, Watertown the 5 seed. O'Gorman won that match 3-0. Number 2, Sioux Falls Jefferson over number 7, Brandon Valley. That was 3-1. And in the final match for Double A last night, number 3, Sioux Falls Washington over number 6, Sioux Falls Roosevelt, 3-2. That went the full 5. On the consolation side of the bracket, number 9 seeded Aberdeen Central fell to number 5 seeded Watertown, 3-0. That happened earlier today. The match for Double A going on at the same time as this one. Number 6 seeded Sioux Falls Roosevelt and number 7 Brandon Valley. And on the championship side for Double A, number 1 Harrisburg against number 4 O'Gorman at 5 o'clock. And the 6:45 slate, numbers 2 and 3 seed Sioux Falls Jefferson against Sioux Falls Washington. 2 Sioux Falls teams. So, it almost feels like it's a little bit more of a rivalry than what you see with a lot of the other teams. A lot of great action on the way. And, of course, Gayville-Volin Raiders taking on the Egan-Coleman Hawks, the number 6 and the number 7 seeds. We'll be back with more of our pregame, a look ahead of the matchup in a moment here on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermillion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Hey, it's Paula here at the Hayshed in Gayville, home of the half-pound burger and homemade onion rings. There's nothing better than wrapping your mouth around a mouth-watering, big, juicy, medium, hand-patted homemade burger. And the Hayshed in Gayville has just that burger for you. Grab some homemade onion rings or fries to go along with that mouth-watering burger. Wash it all down with that favorite beverage, and all this goodness is at the Hayshed in Gayville, where we have good friends, good food, good times, and everything is homemade.
Teamwork. You can't have sports without it. And biofuels would not be where they are today without your team spirit. Poet Bioprocessing in Hudson is proud to use your locally produced corn to make clean-burning ethanol for all of America to use. How's that for a winning combination? Poet Bioprocessing in Hudson reminds you to pump ethanol in your gas tank to support cleaner air, less dependency on oil, and support our local farmers. That's Poet Bioprocessing in Hudson. Good luck to area teams this year.
Larry, with Larry's Heating and Cooling. We're having a doorbuster sale. A 2-ton Carrier Central Air for $24.95 or a 96% efficient 60,000 BTU Carrier furnace for $39.95. Or buy both and I'll give you $500 off for a price of $59.90. Includes basic installation, a 2-year maintenance agreement, 10-year part warranty, 5-year labor warranty with a continued maintenance agreement. Only at Larry's Heating and Cooling. Financing available as low as $55 a month. Call Larry's today.
Wait. Toby's Lounge has wings?
Yep, wings.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Well, yes, they still have the best roasted chicken in the universe, but they also have big, juicy, saucy wings. Only 71 cents each on both Mondays and Thursdays. Toby's Lounge also has 7-ounce burgers that have won Burger Battle. Happy hour starts every day at 5, beers for only $2. Check out Toby'sLounge.com or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook for all the daily specials. Toby's Lounge open 11 to 9 every day. Back here in Sioux Falls at the Denny Sanford Premier Center as we have under 10 minutes on the clock until match time. The number 6 seeded Gayville-Volin Raiders against the number 7 seeded Coleman Egan Hawks. And both teams making it to state, losing their first round, but now fighting for that consolation championship match. as if they do make it to that game, they'll take on number 8 seeded Castlewood. Of course, that'll be live here on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube. Gage Ravellette will be there. No matter win or lose, we will be covering the Raiders game tomorrow. And a quick look at the last time these two teams matched up, and what a barn burner it was. I actually had the honor of being at that game, getting to call it, and it was a great one that went the full 5 sets, and it just seemed like extra points were needed nearly every time, and it's kind of true. Last time these two teams faced off, Coleman Egan did win. They won in 5 sets, but here's how the 5 sets turned out. 25-23, 26-24, 27-25, 25-18, and 16-14. So 3 of the 5 matches went into extra points, with one of the other matches being a 2-point victory in the set. So it's not like one team really got the best of the other. It was truly a fantastic matchup in which the Hawks were able to come out with the victory. Gayville-Volin looking to get theirs back, though, and head to that consolation championship game. Of course, as we get nearer to match time, we'll have our starting lineups announced on the court, as earlier today they had the national anthem, so probably won't have that here before this set of matches. But just a quick go over of the rosters of these teams and the girls who have worked so hard all season to get to where they are now. For the Coleman Egan Hawks, number 1, Anna Zwart. Number 2, Elena Rohde. Number 3, Kinsley Schaefer, and all 3 of those being seniors. Number 4, junior Brinley Landis. Another senior, number 5, Caitlin Taggart. Sophomore, number 6, Haley Volker. Number 8, senior Kaylee Volker. So Haley and Kaylee Volker. Number 9, another senior, Savannah Schmidt. A freshman on the team and the lone freshman. Number 10, Finley Luz. A sophomore, number 11, Maiken Williamson. Another sophomore, number 12, Gentry Schaefer. And we'll wrap up with 2 seniors, number 20, Addison Giegel, and number 21, Presley Luz. And the Hawks are coached by Abigail Hemmer. Now for your Gayville-Volin Raiders roster, sophomore number 1, Jolie Westrom. Senior number 2, Ayla Dimmer. Number 3, a sophomore, Eliza Westrom. Senior number 4, Britton Sheets. Number 5, a freshman, Kaylee Webben. Sophomore and hard-hitting, number 7, Maya Aiken. A junior, number 8, Haley Adams. Another junior, number 9, Cadence Bonzer. Freshman, number 16, Paisley Dimmer. A senior, number 17, Teresa Stockman. Junior, number 19, Caden By. Freshman listed with 2 numbers, either 20 or 15, Kendra Beck. And junior and the libero, number 21, Taylor Hoxing, as trying to see right now if Beck is in number 20 or 15. It looks like she will be wearing number 15 today, and that's what we've seen her more often than not on the season. 5 minutes left to go before match time. Both teams warming up here. For the Coleman Egan Hawks, they've got the long sleeve black jerseys on with goldish yellow for the trim and the numbering. For your Gayville-Volin Raiders, of course, in their golden jerseys with navy trim and numbers. The libero Hoxing in her bright orange, and on the flip side, also wearing number 21 as the libero, Presley Luz for the Hawks. The Hawks with a 24-6 record here. The Raiders with a 29-5 record. So 2 very good teams unfortunately fell in their first round, but looking to take the second one, head to the consolation championship. Loser of this game will play in the 7th place game tomorrow on Saturday. Again, win or lose, we'll be covering the Gayville-Volin Raiders. Gage Ravellette will have that tomorrow, no matter what, right here on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube. Again, before we get things rolling, a big thank you to all of our sponsors ahead of this matchup. Those sponsors include the Hayshed, Flatlanders, Valley Ag Supply, Toby's Lounge, Jaeger Diesel, JR's Oasis, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Poet Biorefining, TLC Propane, the Clubhouse Grill, Morningside Event Center, and Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. So looking ahead at tomorrow, if the Raiders lose, they'll play in that 7th place game, and that will be at 11 in the morning. If they do come out victorious, they'll be in the Consolation Championship. That one will take place at 12:45, would be the same time as this match was set to start up. Of course, they like getting all of the matches started at the same time. So if one match takes a little bit longer, you do get a little bit behind. But really, we're pretty close to on target for a lot of state matches. We near match time. We'll have our starting lineups and, of course, volleyball action here in a moment on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube. Congrats to the Gayville-Volin volleyball team on an outstanding season from TLC Propane. TLC Propane is proud to be your only locally owned propane provider. With 86 years of combined experience in the propane business, you can count on us this winter. We'll soon be moving to our new Yankton location at 2208 Whiting Drive. Great job, Gayville-Volin athletes and scholars. Bring home the 2024 State Volleyball Championship.
Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand-patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown heating and cooling professionals specializing in heating your homes, businesses, facilities, and farms. Our trained product line is capable of heating homes of all sizes up to the largest industrial facilities. We also install and service in-floor heating systems, shop radiant heaters, hanging garage heaters, and of course our premium line of Heat and Glow gas and wood fireplaces. When you want to stay warm this winter and feel the heat, remember Kaiser Heating and Cooling, Yankton's most trusted heating professionals for over 76 years.
The Morningside Event Center is a spacious event hall with a classic yet modern design that is perfect for a variety of special events and celebrations. Available seating for up to 275 guests, this event center is attached to a recently built golf clubhouse featuring a wraparound patio that overlooks the Alcester-Hudson football complex on one side and a beautiful 9-hole golf course on the other. The town of Alcester is only 45 miles south of Sioux Falls and 45 miles north of Sioux City. Call 605-934-1839 to book your event.
And welcome back as we wrap up our pregame here at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. On your screen, you can see the Gayville-Volin Raiders already lined up, ready for this one to get underway. As I'll make sure to get the starting lineups and then announce them for you. As now the Hawks also have taken to the court. Of course, 3 matches will be going on at the same time here. The other match is going on right now in AA. Number 6 and 7 seeds, Brandon Valley and Sioux Falls Roosevelt will take each other on. And then in Class A, also the number 6 and 7 seeds, Sioux Valley and Winner. So every single game right now going on is between the number 6 and the number 7 seed. So no upsets on the bottom half of the bracket throughout all 3 classes. As they announce these starting lineups, they'll do it for Class AA, A, and then B. Again, as you watch it here on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube, the Raiders in their gold jerseys, the Hawks in their black jerseys. And the last time these 2 teams faced off, it was 2-3. The Raiders fell to the Hawks. But again, it went the full 5. 3 of the 5 sets you needed extra points. Only 1 set was decided by anything more than 2 points. And they've now worked their way from the Class AA court now over to the Class A court. We'll load up our scoreboard here as you're watching it. As we'll get started about 20 to 25 minutes after the initial start time. After yesterday, Raiders at 29-5, the Hawks at 24-6. Gayville-Volin Raiders looking for win number 30 on the season, and what a season it's been for the Raiders so far. You know, I've been lucky enough to get to call some of these, and really a great team here in Gayville-Volin, and a very young team. Just looking at the players who get a lot of starting time, a lot of sophomores here on this team, and we saw that kind of last year. I also got to be a part of the Sodak 16 for the girls basketball team, and a very young team. I mean, both basketball, volleyball for these girls. They're state hopefuls year in, year out for the next couple years. Of course, the volleyball team has made it this year, and we'll be covering both the girls and boys basketball for Gayville-Volin as they try to make it to the state tournament. As now they have made their way to Class B, where we are at. And the starting lineups here for the Coleman Egan Hawks. Number 1, a senior, Anna Zwart. Another senior, number 2, Elena Rohde. A junior, number 4, Brinley Landis. Number 8, a senior, Kaylee Volker. Number 10, a freshman, Finley Luzy. Number 11, a sophomore, Mikan Williamson. And then number 21, a senior, Presley Luzy. And your starting lineups here for the Gayville-Volin Raiders. A sophomore, number 1, Jolie Westrom. The senior, number 2, Ayla Dimmer. Sophomore, number 3, Eliza Westrom. Number 4, senior, Britton Sheets. Sophomore, number 7, Maya Aiken. A junior, number 19, Caden By. And then the libero for the Raiders, junior, Taylor Hoxing. As we are just moments away from the first serve here at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. And again, a big thank you to South Dakota Public Broadcasting for allowing us to stream here the Gayville-Volin Raiders. And now the teams take to the court. The 2 liberos for each side. waiting just outside out of bounds. And Hawksing will enter. She'll go in for Caden Bai, who will take a seat on the bench for the Raiders. We're waiting to see what the Hawks will do on their side, as Presley Lucy will come in. She's in for number 11, Maiken Williamson. As the first serve will be from the Hawks, and starting with it is number 2, the senior, Elena Rohde, as this match is officially underway. The first serve sent across, and a good serve, an ace by the Hawks. And they will score first here. So Elena Rohde will continue serving here for Egan Coleman. Another good serve, and unable to handle it are the Raiders. A 2-0 lead as Egan Coleman jumps out in front. This one will go out, so Coleman Egan with the first 3 points on the board here, as Gayville-Volin off to a slow start. As we saw last night, they actually came out, kind of did the flip. They had a hot start, and then Hitchcock-Tulare was able to take them. Sent back across. Now the Hawks with it. It's blocked, and Gayville-Volin will get their first score of the game. Match, excuse me. And so for the first serve for the Raiders, Taylor Hawksing will take it. The Hawks trying to set up a hit, and they do score off of the soft hit. They lead 3 again. That one sent across as the Raiders struggle with it. Another score for the Hawks here. Serving was Kaylee Volker. She'll serve again. It's 5-1 in this first set. Coleman Egan off to a hot start. Volker sends it across again. It's bumped up and set up and sent across by Caden Bai, and she'll score it. Caden Bai, maybe not with your traditional hits, still enough for the score. 5-2 here. Is now serving for the Raiders. Number 4, Britton Sheets, sends it across nicely. As Gayville-Volin looks to get back into this first set here. Lots of points left, and a good hit. Hawks with better defense, though, and send it back across. It's hit up. Aiken unable to score on that one. Now the Hawks with a hit of their own. That one bumped back. Raiders, though, with good defense, able to send it back across. That one will cause trouble for the Raiders, and it will score. 6-2, Coleman Egan on top. Now on the Raiders' side, hit across, was partially deflected by the Hawks. That one goes well out of bounds. 6-3, Gayville-Volin with the score. Now some chanting here from the Gayville-Volin student section. You can't do that. As Paisley Dimmer into the game for the Raiders. As she gets the bump there. Sent hard across, but the Hawks able to play it well. A hard spike there and a kill for number 4, Brindley Landis of the Hawks. She got a good piece of that one. It was deflected by the Raiders, but it didn't matter as it was hit hard enough. Not much reaction time for the rest of the defense. Sending that one across. Brindley Landis, who just got the kill. Nice diving effort. Hawksing puts this one into the air. Caden by a nice spike and gets the kill there. 7-4, the Raiders trail 3 in set number 1. All 3 matches with similar scores. Brandon Valley on top of Roosevelt 5-7. Sioux Valley trails Winter 5-6, and Gayville-Volin trailing Coleman-Egan 7-4. This one another score here for the Raiders. They'll make it 5-7. Raiders looking to work their way back into set number 1. It's been a back and forth ever since the Hawks got that 3-0 lead. A nice hit in, and that one scores from Elena Rohde. So now serving here will be number 10, Finley Lucy. All those different matches going on. The whistle's a little confusing at times. You wonder if they're stopping the play, as that one's sent back and scored for the Raiders. Raiders 6, Hawks 8, set number 1. 1:14 on the clock. A match no one would be surprised to see go the full length 5. So that one hit hard, and it just goes out of bounds. Served a little too much on it from the Raiders. 9-6, Hawks on top. Presley Lucy here with the serve. Sent across there by Dimmer. Hawks able to play it nicely. And a light tap in and then into the net. The Hawks somehow save it. Hawksing a great save herself as that one's blocked back into the Raiders side. A score for Coleman-Egan. They've extended their lead to 4. A hard hit sent right back the Raiders' way. And the setup here far back, and that one launched out of bounds. Elena Rohde got her hand on it well, but sent it a little too hard. So the serve there from the Raiders, as that one scores for Coleman-Egan. The serve was from Ayla Dimmer. 11-7. The Hawks lead in set number 1. The serve there from Elena Rohde. As Aiken hits that one hard, and it'll go out. And another score for Coleman-Egan, so they lead 5, their biggest lead in the set so far. Raiders have yet to have a lead in this one. Rohde again will send it across. And that one sent a little hard from Eliza Westrom. Make it 13-7 for Coleman-Egan. So wouldn't be surprised here if this keeps up, if Allison Jones wants to talk things over with her team. No timeout as of yet, though. And a huge spike and kill from Brindley Landis. Got a good piece of that one, and right on cue, a timeout called by Allison Jones and the Gayville-Volin Raiders. 14-7 your score. Hawks on top of the Raiders in set number 1 here in Class B State Volleyball. You're watching Raiders Volleyball and Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermilion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision.
So Allison Jones and her team just breaking the huddle. As we are going to move the scoreboard to the right side, give you a slightly better view. I apologize. But 14-7, the Hawks lead the Raiders. They will serve, and serving again, Elena Rohde's had her fair share that she's gotten to send across. The hit there deflected by the Hawks. It doesn't count, of course, as one of the 3 hits allotted. Into the net, though, and the Raiders will score. So straight out of the timeout, Jones's Raiders will score it. They trail by 6. Of course, we've seen a lot crazier comebacks. They're still very much in this first set. Hoxing will put it across. It's up, set up for the kill, sent straight back. A great deflection there. As that time will score, but I want to point out Caden By with a fantastic block on the defensive side. As Caden listed as a 5'8" player, got up with ease, sent it back. Hawks still able to score, but that one sent across. Again, it's By. Caden By with a couple of nice plays makes it 9-15. Gets her team the ball back. As serving this one will be Britton Sheets, a senior on this squad. Britton Sheets puts it into the net. So it'll score for the Hawks, 16-9. It is a 7-point deficit here for the Raiders. Looks like number 3, Kinsley Schaefer, to serve this one here for the Hawks. We haven't seen much of her as that one sent across. Aiken gets the kill. Aiken will also take this one to serve. As headed to the bench is Ayla Dimmer for Paisley Dimmer, a substitution that we have seen frequently throughout the year. So Aiken on the serve. And another good hit. Brinley Landis of the Hawks has been a great hitter for her team. Hawksing across. Aiken in the back row, able to put it up. Has some trouble from the Hawks there. They get it across, though. Raiders nearly scoring off of it. Diving effort made by Hawksing keeps the play alive. This has been a great back and forth here between the two as Landis gets blocked, but it's launched out of bounds, 17-10 after a great volley between the two. I tell you what, Landis yet again, she's one to keep an eye on for the Hawks. As that one sent out of bounds by, well, Brinley Landis. So 17-11, Raiders getting close to the now or never. First one to 25 wins each set, unless it goes to 5, of course, then 15 wins the 5th set. That one blocked, but hits the ground and scores. Elena Rohde credited with the kill there, 18-11. Hawks lead. Now serving here for the Hawks, number 10, it's Finley Lucy. Lucy hits it. That one does go out of bounds, so the Raiders doing they really thought about that one for a while, and they let it go. The right decision there, as now Jolie Westrom to serve. A nice hit there, and that one will score for the Hawks again. Hawks up to 19. They've led by 7 for the last few back and forths here. The libero Presley Lucy to serve here. Just gets above the net. Sent across there by Paisley Dimmer. That one goes out of bounds. The Raiders score it. And again, it's been back and forth, back and forth. And every now and then it just seems like the Hawks able to get an extra point or so. Now serving here for the Raiders, Ayla Dimmer. And Paisley Dimmer will take to the bench in favor of her. Again, a substitution we've seen often. Is that one rocketed out by Elena Rohde. 14-19, Gayville-Volin with the last two scores. They're going to have to be good here in the final moments of set number 1. Off of the spike. Played well, and the Raiders unable to get it back across. Coleman Egan, the first team with 20 out of all 3 courts. A great match going on in Double-A. Brandon Valley and Roosevelt tied at 19 apiece. That one launched high off of the arms of Jolie Westrom. Aiken sends it across, trouble, and it scores. So the two teams will trade points. 20-15 the score in set number 1. A best of 5 here in Class B state action. Hawksing, the libero now serving, puts it out of bounds. 21-15 the Hawks lead. Hawks are 4 points away from winning set number 1. The serve sent across there by Anna Zwart. As that one stays in, and a score for Gayville-Volin, 16-21. They are hanging in there. And we've seen sometimes the Raiders off to a slow start in some of these matches. We'll see if they can start warming up a little bit as they trail 5 here. They're still anything but out of set number 1. As that one goes out and makes it 22-16. Anna Zwart, this one will be, looks like Savannah Schmidt. Haven't seen her in too much. Getting the serve for the Hawks, as they'll just have to put it across. No hit attempt. And that one sent out there by Jolie Westrom. Another score for the Hawks. They're nearing that 25-point mark. 23-16, they're up top, 13 again. Another timeout called here. The Raiders trail 16-23 to the Hawks in set number 1 here. Winner of this match will head on to take against number 8 Castlewood in the Consolation Championship. We'll be back in a moment here on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
And we return to the floor. Both teams still huddled up. Allison Jones and her team will put their hands up. They break out of their huddle first. Hawks still chatting with head coach Abigail Hemmer. Hemmer and her team off to a hot start here today. You know, you get used to a lot of these late night matches and games between football, basketball, volleyball, most at night, but then you get to state and it's just a whole nother world. 23-16, the Hawks lead the Raiders. A nice put across there. Raiders score. They'll have to be perfect from here on out if they want to win set number 1. And that serve put in the net by Aiken. 24-17, Hawks lead. They need one more to put this first set away. Raiders will have to score 7 straight here to stay in it. Of course, you have to win each set by 2, so even if they get up to 24 and then the Hawks score, that's not the end of the first set. That one hit off the net, blocked, but the Hawks set it up again. The Raiders playing well on defense. Could be tricky for the Hawks. They still get it across, though. Now a tap across. As Brindley Landis, a hard hit. Aiken, though, somehow able to get that back across. A good back and forth. Gayville will block it. It goes out of bounds. And the first set belongs to the Coleman-Egan Hawks. They win the first one, as that will be 25-17. In set number 1, Coleman-Egan takes the first set. The Raiders trail 1-0. Of course, still lots of volleyball action on the way, as the first set to wrap up here in this second slate of matches is this one. The other two still currently going on. We'll be back in a moment with set number 2 here on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Hey, it's Paula here at the Hay Shed in Gayville, home of the half-pound burger and homemade onion rings. You know, there's nothing better than wrapping your mouth around a mouth-watering, big, juicy, medium, hand-pattied homemade burger. And the Hay Shed in Gayville has just that burger for you. Grab some homemade onion rings or fries to go along with that mouth-watering burger. Wash it all down with that favorite beverage, and all this goodness is at the Hay Shed in Gayville, where we have good friends, good food, good times, and everything is homemade.
Teamwork. You can't have sports without it. And biofuels would not be where they are today without your team spirit. Poet Bioprocessing in Hudson is proud to use your locally produced corn to make clean burning ethanol for all of America to use. How's that for a winning combination? Poet Bioprocessing in Hudson reminds you to pump ethanol in your gas tank to support cleaner air, less dependency on oil, and support our local farmers. That's Poet Bioprocessing in Hudson. Good luck to area teams this year.
Larry, with Larry's Heating and Cooling. We're having a doorbuster sale. A 2-ton Carrier Central Air for $24.95 or a 96% efficient 60,000 BTU Carrier furnace for $39.95. Or buy both and I'll give you $500 off for a price of $59.90. Includes basic installation, a 2-year maintenance agreement, 10-year part warranty, 5-year labor warranty with a continued maintenance agreement. Only at Larry's Heating and Cooling. Financing available as low as $55 a month. Call Larry's today.
As we come back to the floor, a little quick. Usually these teams not taking those full 3 minutes in between each set. They are moving quickly again. Coleman-Egan won the first set 25-17 over the Raiders. For complete coverage, updated scores, bracket stats, and photos of the high school volleyball championships, visit sdpb.org/volleyball. All the matches will be streamed live at sdpb.org and SDPB YouTube. The third and fourth place games will be streamed. Will also, for all 3 classes, will be broadcast live on television. Class A will be on SDPB 1, Class AA on SDPB 2, and Class B on SDPB 3. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. That one goes out of bounds. We have a back and forth between the first 2 scores. It's 1-1 now. Britton Sheets for the Raiders to serve. Sends it across. Has a hard hit spike there. Brindley Landis scores that one for her team. Is credited with another kill. And Gayville-Volin, if they were able to get that one, would have been impressive. Just hit so hard. Now for the Hawks serving. I believe that's number 1, Anna Zwart. As a low one, the Raiders able to scoop it up. Aiken gets blocked at the net. And it's put out of bounds. Hawks with another score. They lead 3-1. So in this match, the Raiders have yet to lead a set as we are early into set number 2. Aiken blocked again. Looks like the Hawks did their scouting report. As Aiken will get another one, lifts it above the blockers this time. As a light hit, that causes trouble and scores for the Hawks. 4-1 your score. And it's actually Kinsley Schaefer who's been doing the serving, number 3. Sometimes hard to see that jersey number through the hair as Aiken blocked at the net. Hit up, Caden By will send this one across. And a hard hit there, but played well by the Raiders defense. As Brindley Landis put it across, but the Raiders with some great defense right there. Another hit and another well-defended hit by the Raiders. Their defense really looking sharp here the last couple of volleys. As just having to hit it across now are the Hawks. Gayville-Volin with a chance. Back and forth here as a light hit. The Raiders react well to it this time. That one, though, sent across and out. Hawks extend their lead 5-1. It's the most they've led by in this second set. They won the first set 25-17. In the other matches, Sioux Falls Roosevelt won set 1. Winner won set 1. As that one spiked into the net, another score for the Hawks. Hawks really looking good early on here today. As the Raiders still looking to get back on track here. They'll send it across there. For the spike, Landis got deflected by the Raiders. Getting blocked at the net. Raiders still with a chance at it. Aiken, a hard hit. Defended well. That one just having to hit it across. As they get it to Landis, off the net and into the ground. Another score for the Hawks. Coleman Egan is on a tear right now. 7-1 they lead. They've scored the last 6. Kinsley Schaefer still serving for the Hawks. And you've got to wonder, is it fatigue from these Raiders? Of course, that's part of state volleyball. You've got to play 3 matches, and it's got to be awfully tiring out there. So 7-1, Maya Aiken got it across, but the Hawks able to get it with ease, and Landis will send it to the net. The Raiders will stop that 6 straight score run by the Hawks. Serving it now, Maya Aiken. Aiken serves it. Gets it across nicely. It looked like the Hawks kind of struggling on that one, as that one served also hit into the net by Brindley Landis. So a couple of off hits for her, and the Raiders will take advantage on the last 2, scoring. They now trail 3-7. That one off of the arm of Aiken will score for the Hawks. So the Hawks back up 5 after giving up 2 straight to the Raiders. Landis now serving. Hawksing, the first to touch it for the Raiders. A nice hit and a score by Jolie Westrom. Jolie Westrom scores it, and now Caden By to serve. 8-4, Raiders trail the Hawks. That one sent out, make it 8-5. Raiders slowly creeping back into this one. They trail 3. They trailed as much as 6 earlier. It was 7-1, now 8-5. Nice serve there by By. Just got it above, and a nice hit down there by Paisley Dimmer. Hawks played it well, though. Dimmer again, another hit. Landis with the kill. Heading back to serve will be Finley Lucy for the Hawks. It's a 4-point set. The Raiders get blocked at the net. They're able to keep it alive, though, and in the air. Another hit off of the arms of Elena Rodian scores for the Raiders. So each team taking a shot back and forth at each other. It's 6-9. Raiders trail. A hard hit, but Hawksing able to put it in the air. I mean, that one was rocketing at her. As Hawksing again puts it into the air. And hit across here. Could be trouble for the Hawks. It is. Scoring is Paisley Dimmer. 7-9. Raiders back within 2. Raiders look like they're hitting up here in set number 2 after giving up a 6-point lead to the Hawks. It's 7-9 now they trail. And a nice block, but it goes out of bounds. A score for Coleman Egan. Serving will be number 1, Anna Zwart, senior on her team. As that one, Hawksing tried getting out of the way, couldn't quite avoid it. It bounces off her out of bounds as that serve was going to be high. But Hawksing tried falling out of the way even, just not quite in time. So Lucy still serving for the Hawks, and a kill there by the Raiders. Eliza Westrom will put it across and score for her team. 8-11. Ayla Dimmer in to serve as a senior for the Raiders. One of the 3 seniors on the team, and that'll be an ace scoring for the Raiders. Back within 2. Raiders 9, Hawks 11. Now it looks like the Raiders team we're more used to seeing. We'll see if they can overcome that slow start, and a nice hit across and a score for the Hawks. Elena Rodi to serve. Aiken a light tap, a tricky one. The Hawks able to play it well. The right idea, though, from Aiken is that one deflected right back to the Raiders' side. Now Gayville-Volin with some good defense. As they'll get it to Brinley Landis. Had a nice hard hit, but it was played well by the Raiders' side. Landis once again to hit it. Again, up in the air, Dimmer had it. Aiken to send it across and out of bounds. 13-9, the Hawks now lead. Pacing for a very similar score to what we had in set number 1. A tricky serve, and the Raiders struggle with it, but they somehow get that one across. Well played. As now right in the middle, a score for the Hawks. It's 14-9. Coleman Egan somewhat pulling away here in set number 2. They led as much as 6. They now lead 5. Elena Rodi still serving. As Landis, a hard hit. Raiders unable to track it down off of the arms of Dimmer. 15-9 make it, and a timeout will be called by Allison Jones of the Raiders. Coleman Egan 15, Gayville-Volin 9. The Raiders trail 6 in set number 2.
Wait. Toby's Lounge has wings?
Yep, wings.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Well, yes, they still have the best roasted chicken in the universe, but they also have big, juicy, saucy wings. Only 71 cents each on both Mondays and Thursdays. Toby's Lounge also has 7-ounce burgers that have won Burger Battle. Happy hour starts every day at 5, beers for only $2. Check out tobyslounge.com or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook for all the daily specials. Toby's Lounge open 11 to 9 every day. $15 to 9. Hawks with the lead in set number 2 here. As we're about halfway through set number 2, Elena Rodi is still serving as it's been a run here by the Hawks. They lead 6, just barely getting that one above. A great job, but with the opportunity, Eliza Westrom sends it out of bounds. It's 16 to 9, the biggest lead in set number 2 for the Hawks. A hard spike and a kill there for Eliza Westrom, as the Raiders now with double digits on the scoreboard, 16-10. As this second set, looking pretty similar to the second. Hawks seem to serve it here. As that one is just barely in, hit the line, and Coleman Egan will score it. Raiders let it go. I mean, you don't get much closer calls than that. Hate to be on the receiving end trying to decipher if you should hit or not. A serve and an ace there by Kaylee Volker. 18 to 10, the Hawks now lead, their biggest in the entire match. In other action in set 2, Sioux Valley up on winner 13-7. Brendan Valley trails Roosevelt 10-14. Kane By gets that one across. Whistle blows, and they will credit Gayville-Volin with the score. Didn't quite see if Coleman Egan touched the net, but serve will be sent across there. Britton Sheets of the Raiders. Landis gets rejected at the net. A good hit there by Aiken. The Hawks send it right back. That one hit out. 19-11, Hawks lead. For the Coleman Egan Hawks, serving is Savannah Schmidt wearing number 9. Schmidt, a senior on her team. Wasn't a starter, but we've seen her in multiple times. Aiken sends it out. 22-11, the Hawks lead. And another timeout called by the Raiders and Allison Jones. But Coleman Egan on fire here. They lead 9. It's their biggest lead in the entirety of the match between sets number 1 and 2. 22-11 when we return. We'll see if the Raiders have it in them for a comeback here on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube. Congrats to the Gayville-Volin volleyball team on an outstanding season from TLC Propane. TLC Propane is proud to be your only locally owned propane provider. With 86 years of combined experience in the propane business, you can count on us this winter. We'll soon be moving to our new Yankton location at 2208 Whiting Drive. Great job, Gayville-Volin athletes and scholars. Bring home the 2024 State Volleyball Championship. Coleman Egan looking for the 2-0 start in this match. The Raiders trying to avoid that 0-2 deficit. As Savannah Schmidt will serve it again. And a kill there and a score for Coleman Egan. They have just dominated during this stretch, up 21-11. So Schmidt will just keep serving as long as the Hawks keep scoring. That one was trouble. Coleman Egan, though, able to save it. But I believe net interference will score it for Gayville-Volin, 21-12. Maya Aiken to serve here. Into the match is Paisley Dimmer, a freshman for the Raiders. Aiken serve into the net, 22-12. Again, a double-digit lead here in set number 2 for the Hawks as they near a victory in their second set. Brindley Landis here to serve. The 5'8" junior has been very good. Serves it into the net, though, so a couple of off serves will make this 22-13. Caden Bye for the Raiders will serve. Eliza Wetstrom will check back in. And a kill there for Finley Lucy. 23-13, only 2 points away from winning set number 2 is Coleman Egan. So a pretty drastic difference from the last time these two teams faced off, but that one sent into the net. The Raiders with it again, 23-14. If the Raiders wanted to win this set, they'd have to score 11 straight, barring extra points. Hard hit into Hawksing, into the ground. A score for the Hawks, 24-14. Set point here for the Hawks, and serving it will be Presley Lucy. Lucy puts it across, it's high, out of bounds. A score for the Raiders, 24-15. Raiders have to be perfect here for the remainder of set number 2. In other action here on the floor, Sioux Valley on top of Winter 20-11, but they trail the match 1-0. Brandon Valley trails Roosevelt 12-18. Roosevelt looking to get up to a 2-0 start. The block sent straight back. Raiders score again, 24-16. It would be a heck of a comeback if the Raiders can get back into this one. The serve from Ayla Dimmer. Landis hits the net, but the Raiders play it well, and they'll score again, 24-17. They've hit their total number of points in their last set. They'll try to build upon it. That one scooped up, and a hard hit, and the spike and kill from Elena Rohde will wrap up set number 2. It's 25-17 again. So identical scores we saw from each set in this match. Coleman Egan now leads 2-0 and could put it away with the third set. It could be the final set. We'll be back here in a moment on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand-patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders! Here at the Denny Sanford Premier Center, I'm Zac Spear filling in for Gage Ravellette, the Coleman Egan Hawks, with a 2-0 lead in the match over the Gayville-Volin Raiders. For complete coverage, updated scores, bracket stats, and photos of the high school volleyball championships, visit sdpb.org/volleyball. All the matches will be streamed live at sdpb.org and SDPB YouTube. The third and fourth place matches and championship matches for all three classes will be broadcast live on television, with Class A on SDPB1, Class AA on SDPB2, and Class B on SDPB3. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors for Gayville-Volin. They include the Hayshed, Flatlanders, Valley Ag Supply, Toby's Lounge, Jaeger's Diesel, JR's Oasis, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion, Poet Biorefining, TLC Propane, the Clubhouse Grill, Morningside Event Center, and Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And this time, the teams will take about the full 3 minutes that they are allotted in between each set. Again, Coleman Egan leads 2-0. Last time they played, it went the full 5 with extra points needed in 3 of the 5 sets. We'll see the Raiders with a lot of work to do here. They'd have to win 3 straight to advance to the Consolation Championship game. Again, we'll cover win or lose the Raiders tomorrow, either at 11 or 12:45. It'll be right here on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube. To start set number 3, serving is Elena Rohde for the Hawks. She served quite a bit in set number 2 there as well. The Raiders looking for their first lead in this match, but the Hawks start with the first score in set number 3. So Rohde will continue serving. In the other action on the floor, Sioux Valley won, so them and Winner are tied at 1-1 in their match. Sioux Falls Roosevelt currently leads Brandon Valley 2-0, and a nice kill there from the Raiders to tie it up 1-1. There's really been some great volleyball, and that's exactly what you expect. Once you get to the state tournament, there are no bad teams. Hawksing to serve it for the Raiders. As the Hawks get it across, but Raiders now a chance to set something up here. They'll hit it across, a diving effort by the Hawks. And a spike that's out of bounds. Gayville-Volin still looking for that first lead here in the match. They've been outscored in total 52 to 35, in this match. Caden By puts it across. Landis, a hard hit. Raiders defend it well. And I believe net interference, so the point awarded to Coleman Egan. So the Hawks here to serve it. It looked like maybe a little confusion on the Raiders' end as they'll hit that one out. 4-1 now, the Hawks lead. And serving is number 1, Anna Zwart. Aiken bounced off her hand just wrong, goes out of bounds, 5-1. So set number 3 has looked pretty much identical to sets 1 and 2 here in this match. Gayville-Volin, you just wonder, has it been, was the defeat yesterday a little demoralizing? Are they tired? It just doesn't quite look like the same tee as By puts that one into the net, 6-1 the Hawks. Again, last time they played, it went the full 5. And right now, it looks like the Hawks are just going to run away with this one and completely dominate from start to finish. We'll see, of course. Still plenty of action left. It's sent out of bounds. Another score for the Hawks, 7-1, their biggest lead here in set 3. Allison Jones wants a timeout. She wants to talk with her team before things get too far out of hand. They've got a minute. We'll be back here in a moment. We'll make sure you don't miss a thing on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown heating and cooling professionals specializing in heating your homes, businesses, facilities, and farm. Our trained product line is capable of heating homes of all sizes up to the largest industrial facilities. We also install and service in-floor heating systems, shop radiant heaters, hanging garage heaters, and of course our premium line of Heat and Glow gas and wood fireplaces. When you want to stay warm this winter and feel the heat, remember Kaiser Heating and Cooling, Yankton's most trusted heating professionals for over 76 years.
Back on the floor, it's 7 for Coleman Egan, 1 for Gayville-Volin. The Hawks lead the match 2-0. Raiders will pretty much have to play lights out to win this match. Otherwise, they'll be playing against Kadoka tomorrow at 11. Anna Zwart will continue serving for the Hawks. And a hit into the net. That one will score for the Raiders. So often it's been Allison Jones calls a timeout, and right out of that timeout, the Raiders will score. The serve there, coming across from Britton Sheets. And that one launched well out. 8-2 now, the Hawks lead. So they'll trade points as Kinsley Schaefer in to serve. Another senior, a lot of seniors on this Coleman Egan team. As Gayville-Volin, a little bit of a younger team. I wouldn't be shocked at all to see them back in the state tournament next year as well. They do lose a couple seniors though. As Hawksing, a diving effort, Aiken then puts in the air, and it's pushed across. Great effort there by the Raiders. Britton Sheets was the one who sent it across, and a blocked hit, and a score for the Raiders. Eight to 3 here, the Raiders trail. Doing the serving here is Ayla Dimmer, and that will score for Coleman Egan off the net. So now serving, number 4, Brinley Landis for the Hawks. Aiken with a hard hit. That looked like it was in. It was. 9-4. Aiken, when she gets rolling, can really do some damage to the opposing team. We haven't seen as much of that from her today, as the Hawks have played it well when she goes up. Landis gets blocked. The Raiders score again. They narrow the gap to 4. Sent across, Caden By served it. Landis with a quick tap down. Nope, that was Elena Rohde. Landis had the initial hit, then Rohde able to tap it down. 10-5, Coleman Egan. Serving is Finley Lucy. Lucy puts it across. Into the air from Hawksing. Aiken now sent across. That's out. The hit was from Eliza Westrom. Back to a 6-point lead here in set number 3 for Coleman Egan. Raiders looking to get back on track here in the third set, as they'll try tapping it down. Hawks keep it alive though. They'll just have to send it across. Couple of odd bounces off the hands for the Raiders. They weren't able to set up what they'd like, but they're going to score anyway. No, they're going to say the Raiders touch the net. 12-5. It'll count as a score for Coleman Egan instead. And nope. Well, the scoreboard initially gave the points to Coleman Egan. They took it off for now, but now they've rolled the ball back to the Hawks. I believe it's 12-5. It's showing 11-5. on the scoreboard. I will change my scoreboard just to match with theirs. Is that one sent deep into the Raiders' territory? Rhodey got blocked at the net. That one bounced off hard. That'll score for Egan Coleman. Now they've got 12. So still serving is Finley Lucy. And that one's off the arms of Ayla Dimmer and scores. Now up to an 8-point lead here for Coleman Egan. And you can tell the frustration on the side of Gayville-Volin, making some uncharacteristic missteps. Off the net, and that one will score for Coleman Egan. I mean, that's one you can't, nothing you can do about it. The hit, you're prepared, you're set up well for it, bounces off the net, makes it a good 3-4 feet more shallow, and there's just not enough reaction time there. Another score by the Hawks. So some trouble for the Hawks there. They're able to keep it up and alive, though. As Aiken sends it across, it was deflected at the net, and the Hawks will be happy to just send it across. Aiken again, another hit. As Rhodey looked like she missed on the hit attempt, so the Raiders will score it 14-6. The serve there, Jolie Westrom. Sophomore for the Raiders, and a kill there by Lena Rhodey. 15-6 your score. Hawks looking to put this one away in 3. Raiders would love to force it to 5. Right now, though, struggling. They've got one timeout left. We'll see if Allison Jones will want to use that or not. Sent across, and to whistle blowing again. Another match had a whistle blow. You thought it was here. Confused, maybe a player touched the net, but this volley's still going as it's blocked back down. But they'll give Gayville-Volin the score with a net interference. And we've been seeing a lot more of these here in set 3 than we did in the first 2. The set and a score there. Anna Zwart. Scores it for her squad, 16-7. Serving Elena Rhodey. An outside hitter of the Hawks. As that one got blocked, but the Raiders play it well. That one just barely out. It'll count as a score for the Hawks. They lead 17-7, a double-digit lead here in the third set. You don't get much closer than that one. I didn't want to make the call until I saw the flag of the official. Rhodey again serves it deep on the Raiders side. And some struggles there as the Raiders will score it 17-8. Taylor Hawksing here to serve for the Raiders. And a hard hit there for Landis. She'll score it and get the kill, 18-8. And there is the timeout. It will be called by Allison Jones and the Gayville-Volin Raiders, 18-8. The Raiders really need a jolt of energy here as they trail in the third set. If they lose this set, Coleman Egan will have the victory. We'll be back in just a moment here on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
The Morningside Event Center is a spacious event hall with a classic yet modern design that is perfect for a variety of special events and celebrations. Available seating for up to 275 guests, this event center is attached to a recently built golf clubhouse featuring a wraparound patio that overlooks the Alcester-Hudson football complex on one side and a beautiful 9-hole golf course on the other. The town of Alcester is only 45 miles south of Sioux Falls and 45 miles north of Sioux City. Call 605-934-1839 to book your event.
Both teams taking all the time they need here in this timeout. Hawks break first, and Gayville-Volin uses all of the minute they are allowed. Hawks with a commanding lead right now. Aiken hits that one. Paisley Dimmer sends it out. 19-8 Hawks lead. Kaylee Volker serving right now for the Hawks. A nice kill there and a score by Finley Lucy. It's 20-8. The Hawks lead 12, 5 points away from defeating the Raiders. This is their largest lead, I believe, throughout the match. And they have dominated since the beginning. That one sent out. Make it 21-8. Now a 13-point lead here for Coleman Egan. We'll see Haley Adams sub in for the first time for the Raiders. Adams, a junior for the Raiders, as that one blocked out of bounds, and a score for the Raiders. 21-9. Raiders looking to get double digits here in set number 3. A block and another score. Gayville-Volin now at 10. That one sent out of bounds. It will be a score for the Hawks. They are 3 points away right now from victory. Winner of this match will take on number 8 seeded Castlewood tomorrow at 12:45 in the Consolation Championship. Loser of the match will take on number 4 seeded Kadoka Area at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Of course, the Raiders is the team we will be covering here on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube. Win or lose, we'll let you know in the postgame, as that one a kill and a score again. The Hawks nearing closer and closer to victory. It's 23-10. Savannah Schmidt serving here for Egan Coleman. Schmidt got it across. Haley Adams with the hit. As that one goes out of bounds, and it will score for Coleman Egan. So it's 24-10. Set and match point here for Coleman Egan. As the whistle will blow, and that will score it for the Coleman Egan Hawks. They win set number 3, 25-10. And Coleman Egan with a victory over Gayville-Volin. And really a different match than we saw the first 2 times. Surprised to see it, as I really thought this one was probably going the full 5. Instead, Coleman Egan wins it in 3. So that is it for a while here in Class B state action. A big thank you to our sponsors of this game and for tomorrow's game as well. The Hayshed, Flatlanders, Valley Ag Supply, Toby's Lounge, Jaeger Diesel, JR's Oasis, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion, Poet Biorefining, TLC Propane, the Clubhouse Grill, Morningside Event Center, and Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. I'm Zac Spear, and unfortunately I won't be able to watch the match tomorrow. I won't be at it anyways. I will be able to watch it. Gage Ravellette will cover that. Match is set for 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's for 7th place as Gayville-Volin will take on Kadoka Area, who is the number 4 seed in the tournament. So the Raiders, the only one where they were the higher seed throughout the tournament, was this match here. They lost 3-0 to Coleman Egan, and they lost the first set 25-17, lost the second set 25-17, and 25-10. They lost the third and final set of the match. For Class B, later tonight, 5 o'clock, Chester and Burke will face off. Winner goes to the championship game, loser to the third place game. And then numbers 2 and 3 seeded Warner and Hitchcock-Tulare. And again, winner goes to the championship game, loser goes to the third place game. And the consolation championship tomorrow will be between Castlewood and Coleman Egan, and the 7th place game between Gayville-Volin and Kadoka Area. A big thank you to you, everyone watching and listening. Thank you for supporting us, as we've loved being part of Gayville-Volin Athletics, getting to cover your athletics, as it's been a joy. Congratulations, to the Raiders team for making it to the state tournament. Of course, they won't be here tomorrow, so I am saying congrats on what has been a great season for the Raiders. I look forward to the next opportunity I get to cover Raiders athletics. And a thank you to South Dakota Public Broadcasting, who has allowed us to broadcast here. For complete coverage, updated scores, bracket stats, and photos of the high school volleyball championship, visit sdpb.org/volleyball. All matches will be streamed live at sdpb.org and SDPB YouTube. 3rd and 4th place matches and championship matches for all 3 classes will be broadcast live on television, with Class A on SDPB1, Class AA on SDPB2, and Class B on SDPB3. For updated content, check out SDPB Sports on social media. Well, there you have it. The Gayville-Volin Raiders play tomorrow in the 7th place match against Kadoka Area. Until then, I'm Zac Spear. This has been a production of Gayville-Volin Raiders YouTube. Have a great rest of your day, and tune in tomorrow at 11 with Gage Ravellette.